Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday, or whatever day it is that you are watching our meditation. Welcome to the Heart to Heart invitation to meditation, you all. We are on day 4. We have made it to day 4, which is pretty amazing. I am always so scared to do things that I have to show up daily to, or show up more than one time. Because life happens, and I'm always scared that life is going to happen and I can't make do on my promise. That's a story for my therapist. But welcome you all to day 4. It has been an amazing journey to journey through this series with you. I have been doing it with you and journaling and just amazed at how God continues to speak to us. And not just, God speaks to us in so many ways. And my heart for this challenge is that I didn't want to tell you how God would speak to you. And I've done that in the past. Like I did a whole flow where like, this is how you can hear God. I just really wanted you to experience that for yourself, because God is so big and can use so many things and so many people and so many objects. And I mean, it's vast in the ways that God speaks to you. My goal here was not to help you construct that, but just to allow you to be in a place to where you could hear and you can tune in with God. So we have been journeying through day 1 of delighting in God, where we just spent time with God in our favorite pastime, in our favorite location. And then we moved to committing our actions to God. Yesterday we put our trust in God, and today we're going to be still in the presence of God, which is probably one of the hardest things to do. So today's pose is going to be the fetal position. So it's just like you're lying in bed. So you can come to either side, whatever side is comfortable for you, and just laying down in a fetal position, bringing your knees close to your chest. I like to bring a pillow or a bolster in between my legs. Maybe you bring a pillow or bolster to lay your head on. So that's going to be our position for today. You can choose to go into your fetal position during our meditation. So today our focus is being still in the presence of God. And because God promised to faithfully take care of those who put their trust in them, we can rest. We can rest in knowing that God has it under control. We can rest patiently for God instead of fretting and fearing that God has forgotten about us, or that God intends for evil for us. That's not the case. And anxiety is real. And in those seasons of waiting, there's so many emotions that can come up. And what I want you all to get from this is, don't deny your emotions, but how do we come back to remember that God is with us? How do we come back to our breath and invite God to journey with us, remembering that we are following God, and see how God takes care of that anxiety. See how God reminds you, I am right here. So if you've decided to go into your fetal position, you can go ahead and take that position. Excuse me. And begin to take inventory of your breath. Just noticing how you're breathing without any judgment. And finding space for gratitude for your breath. Thanking God for your inhales, thanking God for your exhales, thanking God for your heartbeat, knowing that these things are an indicator that you're still here. If you're still here, you still have purpose. And begin to deepen your breath, taking deep inhales from your belly, imagining the breath rising all the way up through your chest, through your heart, through your throat, all the way to the top of your head. And open your mouth and sigh all the way out, imagining that the breath is coming out of your body through your fingertips, through your toes, emptying completely out. Take a deep inhale, fresh new breath. Deep exhale, emptying completely out. And journey back to our space where we are following God down this dark path. And the darkness is only because we can't see what's in the future. But because we're following God, every step that God takes, the path begins to light up. And know that that doesn't mean that this path is smooth with no bumps and rocks that you may trip over. It just means that God is going to be there to help you up when you do. Maybe God is walking beside you, holding your hand. Maybe there are moments during this journey where God has to come behind you and just give you a little nudge. But God is there. And as you continue to journey down this path with God, you all find a spot to rest. A spot of peace. What does that look like for you? Maybe it's under a big, beautiful oak tree. Maybe there is a lake with a waterfall. What do you hear? And as God invites you to sit down and rest, you all sit back to back to each other. Imagine your breath aligning with God's breath. You take your inhales together. You take your exhales together. You are fully in sync with God. You can feel God's presence as they begin to open your book of goals. And maybe you hear God begin to maybe scratch some things out, add some notes. Maybe they take out some pages altogether. Maybe you hear God affirming some of your goals and dreams. What does that feel like in your body to know that God has your book? God is making any edits. And the only thing that God asks you to do in this moment is to be still and wait. Breathe with Him. Be aligned with Him. There is no action here. God is doing all the work. What type of emotions does that bring up for you? And take this moment to honor those emotions. Maybe you take a moment to talk to God about that. And God does not shame you, but just simply reminds you that they are there. they have never left you. Anytime you need to talk, anytime you need to cry, need to laugh, God is always there. And as God continues to work on your book, you have a decision to make. You can decide to continue to sit there and wait peacefully and patiently. Or you can decide to sit in anxiousness. You can even decide to ask God to give you your book back, and you continue on a path without Him. God never forces you. The decision is always yours. And you don't have to decide now. And know that being still and resting is not easy. But you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it afraid. There can be peace there. And if you're in your fetal position, slowly press into your hands and rise up and meet me back in a comfortable seat. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, collecting all of the beautiful energy we created today. Exhale, palms to touch, and in between your eyebrows, I pray that your thoughts are pure to your mouth. I pray that you speak with compassion, and to your heart, I pray that you radiate love. It was an honor to lead you through your meditation today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. The love in me sees the love in each and every one of you. Amen and Ashe. Thank you.